Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Working through the last part of this illustration effectively, with coloring over the top of Misagi. And then it'll be a matter of what to do next, which did include the idea of going through and starting the character design for a snake-themed character for Lunar New Year, which I still haven't really thought about, because when I actually decided to think about it a little bit, most snake-themed characters I think I've seen in media basically just involve twirling a snake or some kind of snake ornament around one of their limbs and they call it a day. So I'm gonna have to have a look through how to go about that. Regardless. Where is... Here we go. Alright, let's get in here. Man, I'm not sure about how to do these lines. I'm very unsure about how I did these lines. Maybe I would put these clips together. Alright, well, regardless, so let us do that and do that. And do that. Have those together anyway. Alright, light is coming from center front, spreading out. So that is one hell of a color. I guess that works. Hmm. It's not catching with pixels, is it? I think this is very side-on, isn't it? Not exactly sure how I want to do all of this. Maybe I should change the angle there. Indeed. Is it more efficient to just dump it all in one go or something? Don't put this part. Let me just yank. That pulls all the way in. Let's call it that. It wouldn't be that different from telling or declaring to a friend that you're about to dump a whole bunch of gifts on your significant other. Well, it'll probably be more awkward for your friend at that point, but... That's pretty much the same idea, isn't it? Let's go with that one now. Alright, let's see what I deal with here. I'm just gonna have the problem of being very red for a moment. Actually, wait, no. Should actually, the light is setting. Oh, okay, there. Hmm. 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 I feel like it takes a while on most systems. Because honestly, well, the way it's built and the number of stuff it's loading, I don't really feel like it was very well optimized for mobile play, honestly. I mean, mobile is like the bigger market, obviously, given that Star is a Chinese company, but the way it's built, I think it would have honestly done better in a with a PC player or even a web player. Hmm. Oh wait. Let's see, go like that. Um. Hmm. 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 All right, so I want to take this, take not that, do that. Hmm. 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 Um. 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 Um, um, um. Um, um, um. Um, um. Let's turn that off, turn that off. Give me this. Then we want to... Um, um, um. That should be back there. Alright, what do I want to do with this? Congrats. How do I deal with this? Is that max or is it 100 max? The... Oh boy. Um, um. Um, 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 um. Hmm. Hmm. Da, 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 dum. Um. All right. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Um. 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 All right. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Um. 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 Um, um. Hmm. 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 Alright, let's see. Alright, I wanna go here, shadow. Um, um. Hmm. 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 Is it the generic boxes? Oh, I don't want to deal with this. Hmm. Um. Um. Let's see. We go here. Shape. Hmm. Hmm. Let's turn that down. You wanna go? Mm-hmm. Indeed. Let's go. Turn that down by a whole bunch. Is that the global version? Let's see. Oh, welcome to the stream, by the way. Feel free to step back and relax. Don't do anything else to the face. That's fine. Where is mouth? You down. crop that. Alright, let's do something about the scar. Alright, what I want to do here, decrease it. Turn that down by a whole button. I don't know, if any game allowed you to trade stuff, and they wouldn't be making as much money because it's always available in the shop as well. Okay, turn that off, then go 1, 2, 3. Does she only do all of them though? Gotta go... shape. Okay, I want it to be darkest down the back and a little bit up front. Light hitting right about there. Color burn. Then you want to go into... turn it down by a whole bunch. Okay, then we want to turn that off. Go 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm gonna throw a texture on this just to give it a bit of extra roughness. Whereas I really should sort this. Why do I keep saying that, never doing it? Sure. Are you reaching the point where we're trying to min-max that? What do I want to do here? I still feel like I butchered the hand a lot. Just turn it down a whole bunch and I'm going to go crease. Let's see. Let's go shape. Whoa. Let's see if I can get to this button here. See if I can make this pop. Alright, let's see. Where's the light actually hitting? Oh, here come the other tights again. Give it a bit of a texture there, just to help with a bit. Okay. Oh, wait. That big ol' happy amount. Whereas this into here. Let's just fluff up here, why not? Hum, hum, hum. Let us go right along here and right along here. And just turn it up a whole bunch. And we want to go refraction. Do that. Go to here, go into here. Alright, then we're gonna go like this. As in it's increasing exponentially, or does it actually become linear? Oh, that sounds about right, honestly. Then we got go. Okay. Where is Near Rabbit? Okay, so we want to go. Um, um. I'm just like randomly digging into this, see if I can give it a bit of texture. Hum, hum, hum. I think I'll need to do a little bit extra on the mouth specifically. Mostly. I want to do something to the floor a little bit. I didn't need to figure out what color to make the background. Alright, let's see. Oh, let's go like that, like that. Those are the shiniest pebbles I think I've made in a while. They're so smooth. What I want to do here, I want to... I'm pretty sure they're not called veins, but I'm just gonna call them veins. Let's go fraction into it should be further down. It should be like here. Oh, wait. Oh, let's see, let's go. Ah. Actually, hmm. It's a very simple way just to do a quick, simple background. Ironically, this is also called Snow Rabbit that I pulled out. Maybe if I go... I can't do that. I can't change just the line color, can I? That works. That pops a bit more. Alright, what else do I want to do with this? Let me... It's actually better if I move these out of here, right? I just stick this into here instead. Let's go. That. Oh, completely forgot about the butterflies. Let's get back to that. Yes. Hmm. Alright, butterflies. Yikes. Where's Kyoka's Mimi? Kyoka should be top? No, below, on top. Kyoka. Okay, I'll go like that and yep. Shit, let me just turn this on, this off. Okay, we're let's go. Ultrafly. Let's get Kyoka. Cool butterfly. Should be able to just color burn the crap out of this. Where I go. Then we go light. Take just this color and then go add. I'm gonna brush down through the edges here. Then we want to take a blue from around here. Let's go to that. Going to go bubbles. Going to glow them. We're not going to glow them. We're going to go like this and then add them. We're not going to add them. Not that. How about? Alright, fine. Give me that. Lighten? No. Glow dodge. That is very white. I don't know. That's not really blue, that's very white. Kind of spot these in very randomly and sporadically onto the wings and to the tail. And then turn it down a whole bunch more. Brushes on very sporadically. Okay, I think that will do it. Gonna try to add some extra lighting layers onto the whole thing, so we'll see how that feels after a while. Namely, I added something to try and simulate the skylight along with a second set of directional shadows and in some extra sunlight. See how that feels. But I really shouldn't be doing this now, but I'm going to export the time lapse now. I should put this up above the watermark. I feel more comfortable about the watermark sitting over the top of it. Oh, let's troop along. Why is it? Oh, whatever. Alright, so while that is doing things in the background, what am I? It is time to consider some things for what could be vaguely snake themed. Okay, so I'm going to do this by sticking things from the monitor you can't see onto the monitor you can see. But, in terms of the characters that I could actually think of that didn't just very lazily wrap a character with a snake somewhere on their body that is somewhat snake themed in a way, is, let me see if I just find a website that isn't just Google. Oh, here's a wiki page. Here we have Aki from Street Fighter. Definitely looks significantly less snake-like. Is there a gallery here somewhere? There is. What's in here? It was like this. Not really. It's like a lot of her fighting style, and her moveset had a lot of snake themes. Even though she herself does not look like a snake at all. I don't think there's really any other character I can think of off the top of my head that's like mildly snake themed without being very just adorned with a snake and nothing else. Actually, any screenshots of the actual in-game? Is this the grab? And she literally coils herself around the opponent. What else is there? Right now it's just mostly looking for any kind of vague idea what I could do with snakes without just making a very lanky person with some extra bit of snake skin onto their outfit. What is there? It's actually kind of wild that I actually can't think of anything. Look at it low. Let's see. You know what? Let's just go to Google and say snake themed character and see what comes up without just having snakes absolutely everywhere. Oh, seems like tattoos are very popular. Hoods are very popular, obviously, because of the snake head shape. But otherwise, it's a lot of just putting snakeskin or roughly snake-headed shaped hood over the head and calling it a day. Just like looking through other designs. Design. Oh my. Unfortunately, compared to literally every other animal in the lunar zodiac, snakes don't really have much to them. They're kind of just a very long thing that can curl and wrap around things very effectively, along with its most distinguishing feature being the head. That time-lapse actually took a lot less time to explore than I thought it would. Well, here's something from ArtStation. Let's take a look at this. Why is ArtStation not loading properly? Please load properly, ArtStation. It's still not loading properly. Why are you not loading properly? Okay, well, guess we're just gonna look at like this. ArtStation, Snake Queen. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 I don't see Snake. 4, I guess it's the pattern. I mean, number 2, I really don't see any kind of snake here. I mean, number 6 is kind of obvious. I don't really get number 5. Actually, is it the eyes here? The 2 like big beady eyes. I mean, a couple of these are just throw on a giant snake and call it a day. And curl the snake around the limbs. That's another classic for snakes. Otherwise, it's like what, this really intricate design on the clothing, because you could basically do any kind of curl, enlarge one end of the of a curl, and it will look mildly either like a snake, or if it doesn't curl quite enough, a penis, because you just enlarge the head at the end of a long, thin shave. So really it requires a very significant amount of curling to make sure the pattern looks more snake-like than like the snake in people's pants. You do like layered scales like this, it's just, it could be any reptile. Let's close that. I mean, the only other real common thing is having the that isn't just putting the snake on the head, is to put the snake in the hair and just go Medusa. What else is there? Actually, let me just... is there a... Let me just see if... folklore snake. The immortal white snake. I think I know that story. Let me just look through. Oh, Wikipedia. Well, you know what? Good enough. And also, let's look at this. Alright, Wikipedia. Let's have a look at this. Maybe we can get an idea from here. River deities, well that's pretty standard, isn't it? Directional deity. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, the nine-headed snake was a Chinese thing? I feel like I should know that. It's definitely a story I remember reading about when I was younger. I knew it was an Asian mythology, but I just can't remember which Asian mythology it was from. Zodiacal snake. Well, that's what we're working with. 5 noxious creatures. Alright, Zhui Ying. Bai Zhu Zhen Shao King. Alright, let's have a look at these. Legend of the White Snake. Yeah, that's the thing I want to look at. Okay, I pulled this up on a different page. Let's have a look at this. Legend of the White Snake. The brave and free love between an immortal and a human being. Wait a minute, why is it... Oh my god. That is the worst presentation of text on a website I have ever seen in recent history. At least for educational site. Why is it white text on a partially white background and a very noisy image at the back? Can I get a transcript? That would be very nice if I could get a transcript. Wait, this is by Google. Come on, Google, what the hell are you doing? Alright, hold up, let me see if I can find, Legend of the White Snake. Let's have a look at this. Do we go to Wikipedia? So this is definitely a story I've read in the past. I'm just seeing if I can find a... Okay, here's a sensible website. Alright, once upon a time. Let's go through Cliff Notes. There was a white and a black snake with magical power. And the white snake changed into a very beautiful girl because no matter which part of old ancient mythology you go to, things are either very muscular men or very beautiful girls. No matter what part of the world you're in, it doesn't change. Don't you just love ancient history? And the Black Snake also became a lovely maid named Shao King, which, for all intents and purposes, should be a female name. I mean, they call it a maid in the English transcript, so I guess that's standard. Over the Dunkao Bridge came a young man named Zhu Shan. Lady White, spelled weirdly, immediately fell in love. Because if a god isn't falling in love with humans, then they're doing something wrong, apparently, no matter what part of the world you come from. Shao King is... Which one? Who was Shao King? Shao King was the Black Snake. So the Black Snake did some things, and then... the dude and the White Snake got married, sure. I like how they had to specify that when the wedding happened between the dude and the snake, there was only the three of them. So it's only the White Snake, the Black Snake, and the dude. Then... let's see. So basically a monk called Fa from a Buddhist temple, remote apparently, so off in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, got a cold shiver down his back and was like, dang, some dude is marrying a snake. I ain't cool with that, and he went out to ruin the day. I'm paraphrasing here. This is a famous story. I probably should be like more respectful, but when you go back to read like old mythology of back in the day, you can really like make fun of a lot of it because of how ridiculous some of it sometimes is. I'm actually kind of curious if there's like a story or like a lesson in the story, because I can't remember one. Because the thing about a lot of folklore is that there's supposed to be a lesson in there that is knowledge that you want to pass down. I like how there's like so much extra detail that you don't really need in technically in folklore. They specify that they get married, they go to, well, I mean, I guess going to like a set location is important to the story, but then it's like, and then this was their occupation. They became businessmen and set up a herbal medicine store. They were quite charitable, so you know, for the most part, they were popular, and the locals obviously liked them. But then the monk came, and he was like, "Hey man, your wife is a snake." Oh, I like this part. Lady White could not find a reason to refuse the drink, and she took a sip. Thinking that her superior magical skills would make her immune to the power of... what's this? Railga. What the hell is Railga? Hold on, let's Google this. Wow, that's what stories are. Folklore specifically is because it needs to carry information to the next generation. So typically folklore is more likely to have some kind of lesson embedded inside it. What the hell is Railga? Is that something that I should know about? It's a toxic mineral that contains arsenic and sulfur. So basically it's poison. Why do I feel like a couple of steps are skipped here? So, the monk came along and was like, "Hey bro, your wife is a snake. If you get her drunk, then she will... you can find out if, you can see her true form, basically." And then, so the dude goes out and buys the alcohol like the monk says. But then... does the alcohol already have the toxic component in it, or did he spike it? I mean, festive alcohol isn't always drunk. Sometimes it's like used to like purify things, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually toxic. So the wife, well, the snake, gets ill and then slides her way into bed somehow. Then the husband runs along, and then he sees that his wife isn't there, and instead there's a giant ass snake, pregnant by the way, is in her place. And then he was like, "Oh shit, my wife is actually a snake," and then he died from the shock. Because you know that's a thing. And then, once the toxic component of the alcohol, not the alcohol by the way, faded, the snake regained her human form. And she was heartbroken. Probably the most normal part of the story here. Uh, she goes to look for a celestial herb that could restore him to life. Um, because of all the magical things that happened during the story, it is getting a dead body to consume a physical object and bringing it back to life that way. Uh, um, yeah, she was pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant. By the way, just so that everyone remembers. Um, let's see. So she flew to the mountain because she can fly apparently. Actually, I think that is a pretty consistent part of snakes in Chinese mythology is that they can fly. Though it's not the same as the was it Quetzalcoatl from Incan or Mayan mythology? But I think it's like a kind of similar. The snake is like the more standard thin snake, but it also has wings or something. And I think it's like bitted wings rather than like bat wings. I might be talking about acid that one. They encountered the White Crane and Heavenly Gods responsible for looking after the herb. Wait a minute. I think I know why I remember the story at more recent times. I'm pretty sure this was part of the story quest in Liu for Genshin. Well, at least the White Crane and the Heavenly Gods are. Because I think that is a pretty well-known part of Chinese mythology as well. I mean, that's probably where like the concept that snakes can fly was originally taken from, right? Like people thinking that snakes could fly when they saw it jumping from trees. Um. Okay, so then the White Crane and the Heavenly Gods fought with Lady White, so suddenly the snake was having this glorious battle outnumbered. And then basically the god of the area came out and was like, hey bro, stop. um let's see. Impressed by her sincerity and perseverance. You know what, that's probably part of the lesson that's in the folklore. You know, not be or to do things and not be a jackass and not just let your partner die. I just summarized that way too much. Okay, so then the husband is revived. Oh yeah, I mean basically Asian mainland, right? Southeast Asian mainland. Um, so the husband gets back up. He gets brought back to life. He suddenly remembers what the monk told him. He goes to the temple, and then the monk gets the husband to become a monk to separate him from the snake. Then the white snake, along with Shao King, which is the black snake, who was the maid, goes to the temple and begs the... I mean, they didn't actually call him a monk, they called him the abbot. So the abbot to let her husband go, but he refused. And then the wife gathers a great army of underwater creatures to attack the monastery and sunk it underwater. Wait, what? Why do I feel like I've heard of that before? There's plenty of temples underwater in China now because of all of their like river and dam projects. But I'm pretty sure there was one earlier that I feel like I've heard of. And the best part here is that even though they did their great attack with their great army of underwater creatures to submerge the temple, for some reason the abbot has a... What's a vestment? What is a... Is that a piece of clothing or is that like something else? What's vestment? Vestment is a robe. So apparently the abbot was wearing a robe that made the mountain grow so that the water level was kept under the temple. So they sunk the temple and then he was just like, I'm wearing some clothing that is going to make the mountain grow out of the ground and lift the temple back out of the water. Isn't that the greatest battle you ever heard of? Like someone trying to flood an area and the other person just lifting the ground level. And apparently this guy was very special because along with his outer vestment, he also had the magic to command heavenly soldiers. And the great decider of this grand battle between this magical white snake and this abbot of a temple who just happens to have a lot of magical items was that. But of course, the woman was pregnant and she could no longer fight any longer. Don't you just love history? Oh my god. Okay, so then the White Snake and Black Snake flee back to where they first met the husband. The Black Snake is pissed at the husband for his unfaithfulness and wants to kill him. And then the husband was released by a third party, a young monk who happened to see the fighting was like, nah man, I don't want to be a part of this, like get the fuck out of here. Like the fighting because of you, get the fuck out of here. Basically. And so the Black Snake wanted to attack the husband when they reunited, but then the White Snake stopped her and then they come to an understanding and then they go home together. Okay, so they have a happy ending there, but there's still one more paragraph. Let's see. So then, this abbot, who, along with his magical clothing and magic that lets him control heavenly soldiers, now goes to heaven and asks the Heaven Emperor to help him. Why is this guy so OP? Isn't he just like a dude at a temple? Why, like, Buddhism doesn't really even have like a big concept of like heaven in it. It's like mostly about enlightenment and understanding of like life. And so he gets a dude with a magical lantern to come and assist him. Why a lantern? A powerful fighter with a magic lantern was not the two things that I thought would go together in a sentence. Okay, so then the snake, the White Snake, gives birth to a son, and then the husband goes out to buy a hat for his son. The hat was actually the lantern, because apparently she could disguise a lantern as a hat. Which was bought for the son, but for some reason put the wife under a spell instead. um, I feel like a lot of steps are just skipped there. What happened there? Why did the lantern, a powerful fighter brought, that was disguised as a hat, bought by the husband for the son, put the wife under a spell? I feel like a lot of steps are skipped there. Okay, so then the wife was imprisoned under Thunder Peak Pagoda. I feel like I've heard of that. I mean, a lot of Chinese mythology really loves putting or sealing spiritual entities below rocks, so that's not surprising. That's literally how the Journey to the West with Sun Wukong starts. Okay, so then the Black Snake goes back to her original place and practices her magic. And then she goes through a training arc of several years where she becomes strong enough to take revenge. And then she destroys Pagoda and rescues the White Lady. Then the White Lady, Lady White, the snake, after several years, reunites with her husband, along with her son, who probably can't recognize her because it's been several years, and when the parent's been away from the baby for several years, the baby's not going to recognize the parent. But that's beside the point. And then, apparently during that training arc, the Black Snake was able to defeat the abbot, who, as a reminder, has magical clothing and magical powers to command the army, has access to go up to heaven to ask for help from the Heavenly Emperor, and also was assisted by a powerful fighter from the heavens, was defeated by the Black Snake after her training arc. Also, he got swallowed by a crab, because a crab is definitely the thing you want to swallow people. And then they live happily ever after. When, like, before the time skip arc or training arc, they get blasted into the ground. And didn't they actually literally do that in One Piece? Because, like, they get their asses whooped, and then, was it Kuma boots them all to, like, training places, and then they come back with, all the people who have, like, awakened their haki, and then they just beat down everyone who was, like, trying to stop them from getting to their ship. Alright, but that's, Legend of the White Snake, which, I feel like I don't remember as well in my head as I thought I did now. I definitely don't remember the monk, or the abbot. But they, like the Straw Hat crew got, like, their asses whooped before they got sent out, right? Like, that was the whole thing. They, like, got their asses whooped, like, super hard. They got sent to go training, and they came back and were, like, basically just walked through the island straight to the ship without really having much of a problem with all the people who came to, like, stop them. Okay, so here's Baizu Zen, which is the White Snake. Yeah, this is, like, based on Taoism. Why was there a Buddhist monk or Buddhist abbot? Like, did the person who wrote the story just not like the Buddhists? Because like if you told me there was like a ton of things related to heaven from Taoism, then that sounds a bit closer. I really feel like there isn't that many concepts about heaven in Buddhism, and at least from the tidbits that I do know. Or was it just like modern teachings of Buddhism that don't really go into heaven? I mean, it was really only, was it Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, wasn't it? I mean, they're the only ones that really fight, like, 90% of the time anyway, so... Okay, so that was Baizu's in. Shao King... Oh, Shao King is the, maid. Okay, so those are... two of the only snakes worthy of mention, apparently. Okay, it's got a little bit of time here, so I'm gonna go and look up, what's this? The Chinese nine-headed snake. Zhang Liu. Do we have... Okay, there's just like two fandom pages. I don't really know how accurate these are. This... Okay, this should be the right one. Okay, let's have a look at Zhang Liu, which is the nine-headed snake in Chinese mythology, which you may have seen in games before, because it is quite a popular monster. It's basically the Asian equivalent to the Hydra, so much like the majority of daemon are the creations of the original demons who used to wreak havoc in the mortal world, especially on Earth, and bring death and destruction upon mankind. Well, we kind of figured that out when this thing basically spits poison and makes places uninhabitable. Let's see. I like how they had to mention this. Due to its fearsome poison, the Xiangliu are terrible daemon that no one wants to face, but the immortal gods, who probably aren't going to get affected by the fearsome poison, or the bravest of exorcists and hunters. Because, you know, the people who really hunt for the thrill. Due to their ability to induce infertility everywhere they go, they're considered omens of destruction, and groups of the most experienced exorcists are sent out for an immediate hunt of where Xiangliu is located. Oh my. So they don't really have much immortal gods going after these guys. They just send out a bunch of exorcists and hope for the best. And apparently, a water god got a bunch of witches to summon the Alpha Xianglu to him as his familiar. Because, you know, that's a great idea. And of course, the reason he did this was for the military campaign. Because there's no other good reason but war. Also, he got defeated. He did all that and he got defeated. Okay, so the Xiangliu that got summoned as a familiar escaped, but then it got killed by Yu the Great. Who was Yu the Great? It's some dude. Okay, sure. uh, and then it leaked a whole bunch of poisonous blood that apparently did not make it uninhabitable because it was toxic, and you start to die because poison, but because it stank so bad that grain couldn't grow. I'm hoping that's not a mistranslation. Man, I love Asian stories. It's not poison, it's because it freaking stank. It smelled so bad that it was uninhabitable. Not poison. Don't worry about that. It was not poisonous. You could touch it. It just smelled really bad. Let's see. And so, I mean, usually when it smells bad, it does indicate that there's probably something wrong. But anyways, after the dude who killed it, centuries after that guy's death, then the gods discovered the existence of the demon, the Shangliu. So apparently the gods weren't even aware that giant nine-headed snakes were running around poisoning the land until after some dude came out and killed the alpha. Well, centuries after some dude came out and killed the alpha, because, gods are never there when you need them. And apparently this alpha Shangliu had children and descendants. So they must have been running around for a very long time because they had time to have children. And then because, of course, the gods are very well documented, they performed an unnamed ritual and banished them to the Chinese underworld. And I'm presuming the gods of the underworld were like, what the heck, man? Why are you dumping this problem on us? Because it says here that much to the irritation of Yun Lao Wang and his fellow chiffonic gods, so I'm presuming they're the gods in the underworld, and they literally just got gods from the overworld. Just basically was like, we don't want these here, so we're gonna give these to you, have fun. Alright, well, either way, I think that's basically the two main stories of snakes in Chinese folklore. I think in general, the white snake is a better story. It's a self-contained story, not like the nine-headed snake. But I'll have to think about it. For the most part, at least until January, character design is just going to be if I have spare time after finishing whatever I plan for the week. Even then in January, I don't know if I'll do it the whole time. Actually, I should, because I need to push it out before February, because apparently Chinese New Year is at the end of January. So let's see. I'll think of some snake thing. Alright, well, that was fun. Okay, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of coloring, and then me laughing at a lot of mythology. Well, making fun of it in a way I probably shouldn't, because it is old folklore that probably should be more respected. But I'm running under the logic that I can make fun of it because I am Chinese. Either way, think of something to do again next week, which means I'm going to think about it over the weekend, which basically means I'm going to think about it before I start streaming on Monday, just like usual. So if you want to see that, remember to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all next time.